welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will explain an important example of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. See the statement. Apply Cayley-Hamilton theorem to evaluate the matrix. We have to find out a matrix which is represented by this matrix polynomial. This is called matrix polynomial. We have to find out the value of this matrix polynomial, which is a power 8 minus 5a power 7 plus 7a power 6 minus 3a power 5 plus a power 4 minus 5a cube plus 8a square minus 2a plus I. Without finding a square, a power 5, a cube, a power 4, a power 5, a power 6 and all higher powers of a, we have to evaluate this matrix. Okay, that is the concept of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. After that, we have to find out A inverse also. So, first of all, as usually, we are going to find out the characteristic equation of given matrix. So, given that A is equal to, write the given matrix here, 2 1 1 0 1 0 1 2 2. Okay, first one, calculate trace of A. So, trace of A is nothing but sum of diagonals. It would be 5. We can say this is S1. Second one, sum of cofactors of diagonals. There are 3 diagonals. So, you should find out 3 cofactors of that 3 diagonals and you have to add them. Is equal to, what is the cofactor of the first diagonal? You can eliminate first row and first column, you will get a 2 by 2 matrix. It would be 1 0 2 2. Similarly, cofactor of the second diagonal element is 2 1 1 2. Look at the corner elements only. Plus cofactor of the third diagonal element. You can eliminate last row and last column. You will get this one 2 1 0 1. 2 1s are 2. 2 minus 0, it would be 0. Plus 2 2s are 4 minus 1. 2 1s are 2 minus 0. So, 2 plus 3 plus 2. I got 7. You can say this is S2. Now, you have to find out det A. It would be S3. If you have the calculator with your hand, you can use the scientific calculator to get the det of A to get exact value. To avoid the numerical mistakes, so it is better to use the scientific calculator. So, 2 into 2 minus 0, I am finding manually. 1 into 0 minus 0 and finally 1 into 0 minus 1. So, 2 2s are 4, this would be 0 minus 1. I got 3. You can say this is S3. Okay. Now, we have to find out the characteristic equation. Everybody knows that the formula for characteristic equation of A, the formula for this one is determinant of A minus lambda is equal to 0. So, determinant of what is A minus lambda? Just subtract the diagonal elements with lambda. 2 minus lambda 1 1 0 1 minus lambda 0 1 2. So, what is the formula for this type of determinant? Since this is a 3 by 3 matrix, first element is, first term is lambda cube minus S1 lambda square plus S2 lambda minus S3. S3 is nothing but det A. So, lambda cube minus what is S1? 5 lambda square. What is S2? It would be 7 minus 3 is equal to 0. What is this? This is the characteristic equation of A. Okay. Now, don't verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem here. It is not necessary, but because in the statement mentioned that apply, directly you can apply the theorem to the problem. Okay. Don't verify in this case. If you asked that verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, then you have to verify it. What is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem? Every square matrix capital A satisfies its characteristic equation. So, Directly I am applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem by Cayley-Hamilton theorem. A satisfies its characteristic equation. What is its characteristic equation? 1. It means that you can use the relation a cube minus 5a square plus 7a minus 3. Don't write only 3. You will get 3i here is equal to not 0. It is a null matrix O. 3 by 3 null matrix. You can use this relation at anywhere in this solution. Directly by applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we are getting this equation. A should satisfies its characteristic equation. Don't forget it. Now by using this relation, I am going to find out the value of this given matrix polynomial. Okay, see. Now I am going to find out the value of given matrix polynomial. That's why I am considering the given matrix polynomial here. See here, before finding the value of this one, look at the equation number A. By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we have this result. By using this result, I am going to find out this one. Clearly, what are the number of terms here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms here. That's why in the first 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the first 4 terms, what is the common term? A power 5. So this can be written as a power 5 of, what is the remaining term? A cube minus 5a square plus 7a is the remaining term, and negative 3 is there. But don't leave it as 3 only. It would be I. If you take this a power 5 to inside, surely you will get the above terms. Plus, what about the next one? In the next 4 terms, again, what is the common term? A is the common term. A into a cube minus 5a square plus 8a minus 2. Don't write only 2. It would be I. I is nothing but identity matrix. What is the remaining term? Plus I is there. Don't forget it. Now we are observing that from the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we have this equation. So whenever we have a cube minus 5a square plus 7a minus 3i, I am replacing it by null matrix. So this one is null matrix O. A power 5 into null matrix is null matrix. Okay, next. Here we can't apply this rule because here we have 8a and here we have minus 2i, but we need 7a minus 3a. That's why I will write this one as a times of a cube minus 5a square. I will write 7a and there is another a in this 8a minus, I will write this negative 2i as minus 3a because we need this term, plus what is this remaining term? I wrote 7a here, so remaining term is only a, and here I am writing minus 3a, so you should write plus I, because minus 3i plus I would be negative 2i, plus I is there. Now you can eliminate this term. Again we are observing that a cube minus 5a square plus 7a minus 3i would be null matrix. You can leave it. So a times of O plus a plus I. If you take this a to inside, you will get a into a square, this is O, okay, plus a into I, it would be a, and finally we have I. So this is the value of the given matrix polynomial. If you have the scientific calculator, otherwise manually also, if you have interest, you can calculate a square, after that a square plus a plus I. Otherwise you can live with this one, no problem. You will get the full marks, no doubt at all. Now it is enough to find out the A inverse. Already you know that to get the A inverse, you should multiply this equation with the A inverse on both sides. Take side heading to find A inverse. To get A inverse, we should multiply equation A with A inverse on both sides. Okay, in the right hand side already you have null matrix. If you multiply anything with null matrix, again you will get null matrix only. So A inverse into A cube minus 5A square plus 7A minus 3I is equal to O. So take this A inverse to inside, you will get A square minus 5A plus A into A inverse, otherwise A into A inverse, all are equal to I by using INT axiom in the matrices. Again by this is from inverse axiom, A into A inverse is equal to A inverse into A is equal to I. This is inverse axiom, otherwise inverse property in the matrices, and A inverse into I would be A inverse only. It is from INT axiom is equal to O. We need 3A inverse, so you will get 3A inverse is equal to, if you take this term to right side, you will get A square minus 5A plus 7I. And what is A inverse? 1/3 of A square minus 5A plus 7I. If you have the calculator with your hand, you can easily find out this value. Okay, if you do not have the calculator, you can leave the answer with this step. This is the A inverse for the given matrix. In my opinion, it is better to find out this value also. Okay, thank you very much. In the next video, I will give some more examples on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Thank you very much.